as I said earlier, I have a degree. I got a PhD in reading between the lineology, right? And what I heard was JJ was trash, so in the playoffs, so I didn't play him. Now, y'all might hear something else, but that's what I heard. And I think this was one of those, Doc hit back real quick, but he did it politically while being politically correct. Let's check this out. All right, so listen, we about to jump into this clip real quick with Doc Rivers and JJ Redick, but I want to start with you, Coach Scott. JJ always talking mess. You know what I mean? I want to say something else, but I'm trying not to get, the video demonetized. But JJ always talking mess, like for real. And he always got something to say, and it's always a slick shot, right? He's always taking little slick shots at people, even though he'll preface what he's about to say with, I'm not saying, or I'm not trying to set up who's who in the GOAT debate, and then proceeds to go on about who's who in the GOAT debate, right? Build a foundation on that. But he did the same thing with Doc Rivers. Y'all remember when Doc first got the job with the Bucks, he started making these comments, and, he's just salty. To me, he sounds like a salty individual who's upset about some things from years ago.
Side note real quick, no one's going to react to Doc's audio there. We've been here 7 minutes since we showed that audio. Nobody's going to react to Doc's audio?
Do you want me to get it for you?
We don't have to repeat it.
I can repeat it.
I've seen the trend now. I've seen the trend for years.
What's the trend?
The trend is always making excuses. Doc, we get it. Taking over a team in the middle of the season is hard. It's hard. We get it. Just like getting traded in the middle of the season is hard for a player. We get it. But it's always an excuse. It's always throwing your team under the bus. They lose to Memphis. Oh, it's his players. Memphis was playing G League guys and two-way guys. And then you look at his quotes over the weekend. Now he wants to take credit for the James Harden trade to the Clippers working out. He wants credit for that. There's never accountability with that guy. Well, there's never accountability.
Now, I could be wrong, but we about to hear what Doc had to say about it here a few days ago. What Doc said, actually yesterday or something like that. Doc had a lot to say about it, but he kept it professional. And I got a degree in reading between the lines, called Read Between the Lineology or whatever, right? And I read and heard Doc said JJ was trash. Coach Scott, I could be wrong. Actually, I'm not wrong. That's what Doc said. What's your thought about their relationship on this?
Man, I honestly, I feel like JJ Redick with his show, he has a chance to kind of speak his truth. And when you get a chance to speak your truth, you get a chance to kind of unbridledly kind of say how you felt about if you were done wrong. And being a former player of Doc's, when he got those minutes cut, I think he wanted to tell Doc, I think you were wrong. And I feel like you were wrong and you shouldn't have cut my minutes because I was better than what you portrayed me to be. But as the head coach, you have to do what's best for the team. And I think that right. Doc made a great statement as I hope JJ gets a head coaching job because he'll understand exactly what it takes to coach a team and manage people and manage personalities and manage everything. And I hope it's not the Lakers. Let me say that. Let me be the first to say that. I hope it's not the Lakers, right?
Oh, I hope it's the Lakers. I definitely hope it's the Lakers because
I really hope it's not.
Well, I want to see the Lakers win the championship. I hope it's the Lakers. I'm hoping.
Right. Yeah, right. But I honestly feel like, it's just one of those old axe to grinds, but I really understand that as a former athlete and as a former player, there are certain things that you will come to a period of time in your career when you're removed from the game and you're moving in different aspects of life. You'll say, you know what? That information they gave me, it was for the betterment of me, not for the betterment of me at that time, but it was in betterment of the team and it was the betterment of me.
Maybe. JJ, I don't think so. Coach Ayo, before we go, hey, Coach Ayo, don't we both hope he get? I don't know about you. Let me speak for you. I hope he gets Lakers. I want to see the Lakers win a championship, Coach Ayo. I want to see him excel, and I want to see Coach JJ Redick, head coach JJ Redick, do everything Doc Rivers couldn't do it with the Bucks. I hope he get the Lakers job because I'm ready to see. Jackson. I want to be a believer. Coach.
Not only do I hope he's gonna get the Lakers job, I know he's gonna get it. Okay, I know he's gonna get it. And it's gonna be must-see TV. It's gonna be must-see TV. And the thing about it is, JJ always thinks he's the smartest man in the room. He's always with his condescending comments, with using his verbiage that he believes is only exclusive to him or this select group of people. Oh, we're going to see, JJ. Your time is coming. Like I said, JJ, your time is coming to be under a microscope. Okay? It's going to come very, very soon. I'm looking forward to it. The NBA world is looking forward to it. Okay, JJ? So everything that you said about Doc Rivers, all these conversations that you had with LeBron James, you drawing up your little plays on the board, you telling everybody what they need to do and what they're not doing. Let's see, JJ. We're all going to see.
Right.
We're all going to see this brilliant basketball mind.
Right.
I'm waiting for it.
Hey, so listen. Now, you said something. He's always trying to be the smartest person in the room. Well, it's going to be a head-button battle between him and LeBron because LeBron always trying to be the smartest person in the room as well. Hey, take us over to the breakdown scene. I'm ready to jump into this video with Coach Doc Rivers. And I just want to get y'all thoughts and opinions on this conversation. Because as I said earlier, I have a degree. I got a PhD in reading between the lineology, right? And what I heard was JJ was trash so in the playoffs, so I didn't play him. Now, y'all might hear something else, but that's what I heard. And I think this was one of those, Doc hit back real quick, but he did it politically while being politically correct. Let's check this out. Tell me y'all thoughts.
Now J.J. Redick is there. J.J. Redick was on the record getting on you pretty adamantly about some of the things that you were saying once you ultimately ended up in Milwaukee and talked about passing the buck or whatever. Did you two ever talk about that? Did you ever resolve that with one another?
No. JJ's had a problem with me for a while, and that's fine. Players do. One thing when you coach, Stephen A., you can be called a player's coach or whatever you want to be called. But if you make decisions that the player doesn't agree with, in JJ's case, we didn't cite him back. With the Clippers, I stopped playing him as much because he wasn't very effective in the playoffs. And
so let me ask you something. Coach Scott, you an athlete. Coach J.O., you an athlete. Both of y'all coaches. And if I came to either one of you and said, Coach Scott, listen, I'm not going to play you that much in the playoffs. I actually ain't going to play you maybe I might play you. Not too much because you ain't that effective. What do you take from that? Oh, man, Coach got confidence in the other players a little bit more than me. Or, man, he calling me trash. Or he don't believe in my game. What is Doc saying right here?
Well, if I was told that, I would think that, yeah, man, that's a bad statement, man. That would, yeah. He was. Maybe it was a bad matchup. Let me go there. It was a bad matchup. Maybe he didn't match up well for that team, and he just wouldn't have been as effective.
Wait, Coach Scott. I'm going to replay this again. Cause what you said was maybe it was a bad matchup. Let's see what Coach Doc Rivers said. Watch this. With the Clippers, I stopped playing him as much because he wasn't very effective in the playoffs, and in the playoffs.
Yeah, he said he was trash.
That's exactly what I heard. Coach J.O., what did you hear? Because that's what I heard. I heard he called him trash, but politically correct calling him trash. Yeah, this was a fire back.
He cut him very nicely. He cut him below the knees very nicely.
What'd you say, Coach?
It is what it is. I don't know if y'all remember the Twitter beef that him and Pat Bev had, and Pat Bev showed the clip when Pat Bev paid for the Rockets back in 2015, and they came back on the Clippers down 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
He showed it. He showed those clips where the Houston was attacking JJ. They was wearing them out every chance they get. James Harden wearing them out. Everybody was wearing them out. And he posted the clip.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc Rivers is 100% right. He could not play JJ in the playoffs, right? He's a specialist. Specialists, they break down in the playoffs. If you can only do one thing and you're in the playoffs, you're going to eventually get exposed, dog. Unless you're hitting, 40% of your threes, 55% of your threes, which you likely aren't going to do, what else can you do, JJ?
Right.
What else can you do?
Right. And now what I feel like what's going on with JJ Redick is he's sour. He's salty. He's mad at not only just you, Doc. I'm mad at who you played with, the 80s, 90s, whoever. I'm mad at everybody. Y'all was trash. And you can hear it. You can hear. Look at the picture. He looked mad right there in the picture. He was mad because his minutes were cut. But the fact of the matter is this, you know what I mean? as the same way you sit up on those shows and you critique other players who's stepping up, who's not, you were just one of those players who did not step up. Why are you mad? You do the same thing every day. But watch what else Doc say, right? He ain't just stopped there. He gonna say other coaches and other players showing the same thing, right? So this is read between the lineology, class 101 or whatever. Doc said he trashed. Let's see what everybody else say.
That's all known, but I'm fine with that. Like, usually they all come back to you. They do, because they know everything you tried to teach them or do for them was in good. J.J. Redick's best numbers of his career was under one coach, and you're looking at him right here. I'm the one that grabbed him out of Milwaukee and decided to start him. From that point on, his career took off. All the movement plays, everything. First play of the game, every game. When we played with the Clippers, you would have coaches and teams come up to you and say, you're not going to score on that first play with JJ. And I would always say, just watch us. We're going to.
Coaches and players came and told me, you're not going to score with JJ. We're going to lock JJ down. You better get somebody else, because we gonna lock JJ down. Coach Scott, hey, I'm your coach. You at Georgia Tech, finna play Florida State. You got to guard Peter Ward 101, right? You remember the matchup, right? You guard Peter Ward. And somebody came over to me and said, hey, Coach Bayou, you better put somebody else on Pete, because Coach Scott ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? You better get him off, because he finna get roasted. How does that make you feel, though? This ain't your coach saying it. This is other coaches, and this is other players saying it.
I took that comment a little different. I did, just based off of how it kind of rolled out. But yeah, I would have been salty for sure. But the way I took the comment was, we see what you guys do on your first play. And what we've done is we're going to prevent that play from happening with that player. That's how I took it. But, you know, it could be. That's how I took it. You know,
I can't knock you for that, because it really could be that. I'm taking the totality of the conversation, what he just said, and coupling it with this.
Right.
And that's why I'm seeing it that way. But I see what you're saying as well. That can definitely be it. Maybe. What you say, Coach Dale?
No, I didn't take it that way. I took it as, you have a coach who was empowering a player. That's exactly what he was doing. And one thing you will never hear Coach J.O. do, or rarely do, right, is crap on other coaches. Now, do I believe that coaches are to be held accountable? Yes, I do. But I also understand the NBA is a players' league.
Right.
This is the players' league. Point blank, period. I don't care how you put it. It's a players' league. And I'm sure Abaya and Coach Scott, you'll agree to this. The youth need coaches the most. Amateurs need coaches the most. We all say, or most people say, the Michael Jordans of the world, the Kobe Bryants of the world, the LeBron Jameses of the world are the best players ever. So if these players are the best ever at this particular sport, like literally, how are they going to get coached? If they know more about the game than everybody else and they make more money than you, how are they going to be coached?
That's facts.
I don't crap on coaches.
That's really facts.
I don't do that.
That's facts.
JJ wants to do that, but you had a coach who, like he said, he got you out of Milwaukee. He brought you to LA. He gave you a contract, and he put you in the spotlight, and he put you in a place to be productive. He should be appreciative.
Facts. I think, and I'm with you on that, and I think that's a great point. It ain't like you was a star around the league, JJ. He brought you in, but yet, based on the system, based on what's going on in the playoffs, he's trying to win games. You know what this tells me, Coach Scott? You know what this tells me, Coach J.O.? JJ wasn't a true team player, right? How they want to jump on. Remember they tried to jump on Russell Westbrook? Will he come off the bench? Will he be willing to do this? Everybody was saying that, the media. Are you about the team or are you about yourself? JJ, it sounded like you were really about yourself, and that's why you salty to this day, because the decisions that Doc made wasn't based on him not liking you. It wasn't based on him, trying to put you down. It was based on him trying to win the games, and you don't like that. But let's finish out this last clip, this last little bit. This thing is about like 2 minutes long. Let's finish it out, and then we'll go back.
Figure it out. So overall, nothing but love for JJ. Obviously, there's things he doesn't like, and I have no issues with him.
How do you feel about the thought of him being a head coach in the NBA? Because that's what the rumors are saying, that ultimately he's going to be a head coaching candidate. They've mentioned him in Charlotte. They've mentioned him with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's to just mention 2 teams. How do you feel about that, knowing what you know about him as a basketball mind and now a basketball commentator?
Well, he has a great mind. He really does. And listen, that's how I got it. I went into commentating and got a head coaching job. So I personally, I really hope he gets the job, because then he'll understand some of the things that he has a problem with me and other coaches that you hear on this podcast. He'll realize not as easy as you think. And some of these decisions that you have to make are brutal. Me and Pat Riley, and it's in one of the books, we had a drag-out fight, like an argument in Pat Riley's office.
Right.
Jeff Van Gundy and Dick Harder used to tell a story that they was standing at the door because they thought they were going to have to come in.
This is when you were a member of the New York Knicks. When you were a member of the New York Knicks. When Pat Riley was coaching the Knicks. Yes.
Yeah, we had a crazy argument. And then I decided I was going to coach 5 years later. And it took me about 2 years. I remember calling Pat Riley and said, Coach, I'm sorry for that argument. I see now what you saw, but I didn't see it.
But I didn't see it then. Take us back to the main scene. Take us back to the main scene. Now, the way I see this is, again, JJ is just salty. All of the comments about the 90s, all of the comments about Doc Rivers and everything, it's coming from a place of saltiness. You know what I mean? And so my thing is, JJ, get over it. If you were really about the team winning, and if you had to be adjusted on the roster, or playing time had to be adjusted for the team to win, you should be about that, the team winning. Welcome to The GOAT Debate, the premier online sports debate show where engaging discussions and thrilling debates unfold as we determine who is the greatest of all time in every sport. I am your host, Abaya Israel, joined by my 2 co-hosts, Coach Scott and Coach J.O. Tune into our YouTube and Facebook channels to catch our reactions and coverage of the biggest games and the latest news. Don't miss out on your chance to participate in the action. Join us every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for The GOAT Debate, where you, the viewer, can call in and share your thoughts on who deserves the title of the GOAT. Be sure to mark your calendars. Every Monday, we upload 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and we go live every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to subscribe, call in, and participate. Come and be a part of the conversation.